Hey ladies, let's get you checked out for separated abs before we begin. Okay, hands right at your temples and feet are hip distance apart. Press the floor away through each foot, so really put weight into your feet. And then I want you to just bring your shoulder blades off the floor. Exhale and press down in between your abs. Okay, right around your belly button. You can start at your belly button and just press. Now, you can turn your fingers, start with 2 fingers together and turn them laterally and see if there's a separation between your belly button. And then exhale, release, okay? Because if you're freshly postpartum, it's gonna be hard for you to hold that pose. Now let's check again. Exhale, pull up and in, and check for separated abs. You can move your way up from the belly button, and you can check for separated abs below the belly button. Now, sometimes people have as much as 3 or 4 fingertips width of separated abs. This happens. I want you to record whatever your findings are, and I want you to record where you found the separation in your abs. Okay, once you've done that, let's get started on our workout to move those abs closer together and to get that line, that center line up our body once more. Hands back at your temples, and we're gonna repeat that same movement. I want you to exhale, come up, and come on down. Now, I always want you guys to put your hand on your belly so that you can feel those muscles moving toward one another. Come on up and crunch. The tendency sometimes is to push out. That's wrong. You don't want to do that. That'll push your abs away from one another. So punch that belly button in toward the ground and roll down. Here we go again. Just the shoulder blades come off. Belly button shoots down towards the ground. And now, once you've got the hang of it, let's speed it up. Keep pulling that belly button down to the ground. If at any time you feel like this is too hard for you, I want you to relax, stop, and then lift and hold. Try to pull the belly button back down into the ground once more. Okay? Down and up. The rest of us just keep pulsing here. I want you to put your fingers on both sides of your abs and feel them as you crunch up. Feel them contract. If you want to, you can dig your fingers in and then move, push those muscles toward one another. It does help. I've seen some people wrap exercise bands around their waist and pull them like this, or a towel. You can do that too. I just like to use the hands. It gets you familiar with what's going on in your body. Last one here. Okay, let's go to, those were your abs that we were working. Let's go to the pelvic floor muscles. You're gonna stay in the same position, feet are hip distance apart. Put some weight in your feet, push the floor away. And now I want you to take your hip bones and curl them under and then slightly lift them up. You're gonna come about to where your shoulder blades are and then come on down. This is a really slow and controlled movement here. And exhale, roll it down. Shoot those hips towards your heels. Now, bring the hips in and lift. This is where you're engaging the pelvic floor on this lift here. And then exhale, roll down 1 vertebrae at a time and push your hips out. Rock them back and come on up. Now, you can begin to speed it up once you become very comfortable with this move. But at the beginning, I want you to go slowly and feel every muscle work. Sync up your breath here. And exhale down. Roll the hips towards the heels. Come on, roll the hips back, pull up and in through the pelvic floor, and then roll them down. Now this time as you come up, I want you to focus on the inside of your legs working. Feel the inside of your legs working as you lift up. During pregnancy, we started putting our weight on the outside of our legs So you've got to do some work to strengthen the inside of your legs and regain that balance. It will also help lift your pelvic floor. Use the inner thighs, lift up. And exhale, one vertebrae at a time, come on down, and pelvic tilt toward your heels. Good. Next, I want you to get a towel. And you're going to roll it up, so this is just my typical bath towel, and you're going to put it in between your inner thighs. Now we're going to hold a plank. So the reason why we're using this towel is because it helps you engage your pelvic floor. Keep your inner thighs squeezed together. I don't know, a lot of you have probably done bar workouts before. And, you know, they use a ball sometimes that you place between your inner thighs to really tone your thighs. That's why they're primarily using it. But, you know, when I first did those workouts, I was noticing how much it helped my pelvic floor muscles. So if you can do anything where you're engaging your inner thighs, then you're also going to engage your pelvic floor. And that helps with postpartum recovery. So keep holding your plank here. And if at any time you feel like you've let that belly go and again it's sagging, protruding, you can't pull it in anymore, I want you to drop to your knees. There's no shame in that. Just keep the squeeze going on between your inner thighs. The rest of us are still holding. At first, you may only be able to hold plank for about 20 seconds. That's okay. Start there. I want you to increase your time every 2 weeks, I would say. Every 2 weeks, increase the time that you can hold a plank. Go from 20 seconds to 45 to 1 minute, 10 seconds. Okay? So just keep getting stronger and stronger. Plank will help strengthen your overall core, all the muscles in your core. So it's a very important postpartum move. And come on down. Remove your towel. And come on to your hands and knees. Here you're going to place your palms right underneath your shoulders. Push your knees into the ground and round your back up for cat-cow. Breathe in, pull the low belly in, and then exhale, push the belly button down to the ground and round your shoulders back. Inhale, pull the belly in, round the back, and exhale. We're going to do one more, and then we're going to add on. Okay. Here, I want you to bring your knee in and then extend it out. Bring it in, tuck that belly, and then extend out. I want you to extend from your low belly out through the front of your leg. Bring it in and extend out. Give me 4 more on this side. Bring it in. Use your thighs to pull that knee in. And exhale, push it out. Last one. Let's switch. Pull the knee in, round out your belly, hollow it out, and exhale, push it back. 5. Pull it in. 4. Reach your head out long, reach your toes out long, stretching in opposite directions. Last one. Nice job. Okay, let's go ahead and sit on our butts again. And here, we're going to do another move. It's going to be a preparation for boat pose, which a lot of you guys know. And you're going to squeeze your knees together, heels together, toes together, and lift your feet up to knee height. Now, I want you to hold on to the back of your thighs here and really round out your belly. So you're going to concave your chest and make a C curve with your spine. Elbows point straight out to the sides and drop them away from your earlobes. Really squeeze through your pinkies so that you're using the underside of your arm to hold yourself up here. And I just want you to breathe. Each time you exhale, pull in. Imagine me taking my fist and pushing in right here. If you're protruding, if you're pushing out, I want you to drop your heels and then re-engage. Can you get a close-up, Neil, of my abs, please? If you're bulging here, I want you to drop your heels and re-engage. Pull in. When you're ready, you can lift back up. Keep the squeeze going on between your inner thighs. Now, once you've been doing this move for a couple weeks, I want you to float your arms, palms facing the ceiling. Keep that belly pulled in. Keep those muscles engaged. And now, if you're ready, you can go out to canoe. Shoulder blades off the mat. Keep the squeeze going on between the inner thighs. And then you can pulse it back and forth and have fun with it once you're ready for all this. And you're thinking, now she's just showing off. No, I'm not. You'll get here soon. It depends on how soon you just had that baby. But if it's only been a couple weeks or so, you need to give yourself grace and be easy on yourself. You're going to be numb for a little while. But the more you do moves like this, and the more you teach your body to engage those muscles, the sooner that strength will come. So keep holding. This is an isometric move. It means that we don't do much movement at all. It's all about engaging that core. And release. Roll down one vertebrae at a time. Come to a seated position. The last one I want you to do is a stretch. So you're going to take your right knee and tuck it behind your left one. Now open up. I know you guys can't really see what's going on behind me. Open up your heels really, really wide, okay? And as you fall back, sit to your left, 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 left. You really want to sit between your heels, but the tendency is to fall to the right. So think sit left, 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 in between the heels. And if your knees aren't stacked on top of one another, once you sit back, that's just fine. Let them fall apart. The aim of the game is to try to keep the knees stacked on top of one another, but it doesn't happen immediately for everyone. Now, as you're in this pose, I want you to focus on squeezing the inner thighs together, pulling up through the pelvic floor, just like we've been doing, and feeling the outside of your hips relax and fall open. If you can, you're going to put your hands in front of your feet and round forward, scooping out the belly, and just relax, okay? This is a yin yoga pose. That means they hold it for about 5 minutes. It's crazy. We're not going to hold it that long, but I do want you guys to practice relaxing in this pose. Keep squeezing those inner thighs together. Pull up through the pelvic floor. Round out your spine. And just feel the outside of your hips relax. Now, rock your weight forward. Place your hands below your shoulders. And we are going to put the left knee behind the right one. Open up the feet really wide and sit back. This time sitting back to the left. Try as much as you can to keep your knees stacked. If they fall apart, it's okay. Now, same thing here. Squeeze their thighs together and round forward. You may feel, at this point you're probably realizing that you're different on each side, more flexible on one side than the other, and that is totally typical. So just work with whatever's going on with your body and accept it, and just enjoy this pose, the release, the tension release that you'll get from this pose. And come on up. Okay, ladies, that's all I have for you today. Postpartum recovery is a very monotonous thing, I think, sometimes, but it's a very important thing, and I'm so proud of you guys for getting out there and doing something about your fitness after having baby. It's important for you, and it's important for your family members too. So I'm happy to see you with me today. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you guys have any questions for me, you can always reach out to me. I'd be happy to help. All right, have a good one. Bye-bye.